It's the announcement thousands of victims of child sexual abuse have been waiting for. The federal government has finally outlined its long-awaited national redress scheme to ensure victims are properly compensated.
A fair, simple and generous process for redress is the most significant thing that we can do for the survivors of sexual abuse in any setting where it may have happened.
Social Services Minister Christian Porter has announced a national opt-in scheme where victims will have access to up to $150,000 in compensation. The plan will have 4 key principles and be funded by churches, charities and state governments. Based on the recommendations from the Royal Commission into Institutional Abuse, it means institutions would opt in but fund the cost of their own eligible redress claim.
The application process will be supportive, it will be simple, it will be flexible, and as much will be done on the papers as is reasonably possible to avoid that process of re-traumatisation.
But questions are being raised about the scheme's effectiveness. The government can't compel a state to join, and South Australia has already declined. In a statement, Federal Labor says survivors of child sexual abuse have been waiting their whole lives for redress for the crimes perpetrated against them as children. They should not have to worry about whether states or institutions decide to opt in to the redress scheme. But the Commonwealth will be given the power under the Constitution to compel the Northern Territory and ACT should they opt out.
That is not a matter that will be without controversy in some quarters, but I want to offer it all to you as clear evidence of how serious the Commonwealth is in engaging in the absolute best efforts to do everything within its power to ensure that the scheme that we've developed, which we consider will be absolute best practice, will be joined by as many states and as many territories and as many institutions, non-government institutions, as possible.
All eyes will be on the Catholic Church's response, but so far several institutions have shown enthusiasm. The scheme will also provide access to counselling and compel representatives of offending institutions to speak to victims if they want it. The 10-year plan is expected to cost up to $770 million and start in 2018. Danica Di Giorgio, Sky News.